Hi, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for better success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. And so we're going to get to our guest today. And with question number one, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thanks for asking, Keith. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here on your podcast and share my thoughts about leadership. My name is Judy Feldhausen, and my company is the Cardio Wellness Group. And we really help people navigate through health challenges. We teach them how to make informed decisions and suggest natural solutions, primarily focused on circulation and medical screenings and supplementation. So my best customers are those who really want to take responsibility for their health.
Awesome. There's probably a lot of need in that area these days. So very
Yes.
good. Glad to have you on. So question number two, what's the best thing about being a business leader?
Well, there's a lot of good things, of course, but I really believe that being a business leader really opens doors to be able to share my vision and my mission of reaching a million people and to be able to help them with their health and being able to make an impact in the world, to make it a better place, to bring people together and to be a positive force in the lives of others. And as a business leader, I really choose people that I work with that have my values, and I get to design and work toward a better future. So it's awesome.
You can definitely have a very far reaching sphere, if you will, and influence. So very nice. All right. Question number three. I hear from other business leaders that a lot of times their people strategy can be far more challenging, more time consuming than their actual business strategy in running their business. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's true. And unfortunately, I have friends in the business world that really don't have a business strategy, that really focus only on the people. So you really need to have a business strategy. You know, that's real important. But we really need to be able to select teams that can not only perform the specific job, but fill in for each other's strengths and mitigate their weaknesses. And being able to choose specific people whose core beliefs, for me, those are like trust and accountability and honor, are really evident. And really, even clients buy from each other first as individuals, and there has to be a respect and a trust for people that we do business with, either our clients or the fellow team members. And the features and benefits that we teach about the importance of businesses are really looked after. They get to know the individual, and do they really want to do business with you? And so having that wise business strategy, important, really imperative, but it needs to be implemented with like lots of heart.
Very good. I like that. And like you said, people that have values really add to your organization and, verifying that those fit with your organization kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So question number four, what strategy would you like to share with other business leaders?
Well, I think right now for me, it's being able to be flexible. And, the what and the how are definitely important. But when it comes to pivoting in this economy, knowing the why will help to assist any business in decision making. And really to base decisions on that specific thing. I'm actually teaching Start With Why by Simon Sinek to my team right now, because I really believe that golden circle, that being able to start with the why and add the what and the how afterwards, it really brings in customer loyalty and why they order again and again with you. And being able to make those important decisions when the whole world sometimes seems to be turning around in its axis and you don't know what to do with, if you can actually go back into why you started business in the first place and focus on that, does that really align? Does that why align with what I'm doing now? And if it doesn't, well, maybe you want to change your why. But if you really are focused on that why, making those decisions is so important. To me, it's kind of like dealing with a recipe. I'm starting to do recipes, heart and gut healthy recipes. And I'm converting them from not so healthy recipes. And I have to look at the ingredients in that recipe. Does it align with good health? Is it going to support the heart and the gut, all those things that are in that recipe? And if not, I have to figure out a way that I can substitute ingredients or change the recipe slightly so that it makes a delicious recipe with great ingredients. And it's the same thing with our business. We have to constantly make adjustments based on what our values and our mission is that I talked about before.
Well, I don't know if I'm hungry now or excited about business, but I like the analogy.
You are.
The other thing that I liked about what you said though is, when you start with that why and you have the value and the vision, you're really starting with your strengths and building off of your strengths. And like you said, the what and the other stuff can come from those strengths as you're building and aligning those things, as you put it. So
Yeah, absolutely. And the customers get to know who you are and what you stand for, and they stay then in choice, right? They know what's important to you, and if it's important to them, they'll become customers for life.
very well said. All right. Question number 5 then. What other successful business owners or CEOs like yourself would you like to do a shout out to or acknowledge, or you think would be good on the podcast?
Well, actually, I have a lot of people that would be exceptional. We'll have to talk offline. But I would like to mention actually a really good friend of mine who I've known for many, many years that we reconnected about 5 years ago. And she's changed careers often, but she started being an engineer for a huge, huge organization. And she was extremely successful at that. But one day she decided there had to be more out there and she wanted to be an entrepreneur. So she's actually writing a book called From Engineer to Entrepreneur. Her name is Phyllis Marlene Benstein, and she's absolutely one of my mentors because of what she's done.
Yeah, we'd love to talk to her and hear more about her transition and stuff. That would be interesting. So we'll have to look her up. So, kind of a final fun question. Tell me about your favorite past boss.
Well, I'm mature, to say the least. We were talking about how many years you've lived in Salt Lake City, and I've got a lot more years than that on me. So I haven't really had but many bosses. I've only worked in 2 companies. I've been having my own business since 1988. So, but I do have a mentor that was very, very important to me, and his name was Bernie Dorman. And Bernie was just a visionary, and he really pioneered the idea of being in collaboration in business and do cooperative capitalism where we all win and there's not the competition, but there's a way for all of us to work together. And he wrote a book called Super Change, actually last year, that went on sale in December. And that book almost forecasts what's happening in our economy today. So just an amazing, amazing guy.
It sounds like it. That's really cool. Well, thank you for that story. Well, we are about out of time, but before we leave, can you tell people how they can reach out or connect with you?
Absolutely. Of course, LinkedIn is a great way. I'm on LinkedIn all the time just by my name, Judy Feldhausen. I'm also on YouTube at the Cardio Wellness Group. So if you are hungry and want to make some great recipes, you can go to Cardio Wellness Group on YouTube. I've also got some other things on there about health besides food. And you can connect with me on my email, Judy at Cardio Wellness Group. So any way is fine.
Well, it has been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for your taking the time to be here. And this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast. And for more insights, you can follow us at Weaver Business Coaching on LinkedIn. And of course, you can listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. And we wish you the best success.
Thanks, Keith.